Hey everybody, Paul Ray, Family Friendly Gaming, and with me is
Teen Gamer.
And this week we're going to do a top 10 listing on the top 10 launches in the video game industry. You want to start with your number 10?
I will. The PS4. It used to have the really fast install times. The 5-second, you have 30 gig installed. Boom. Now, you install that, you're like, oh, 30 gig, that would have taken forever on the Xbox. You get in, oh, now that's to install from within the game.
Yeah, a little deceptive there.
Yeah, it used to be basically play off the disc, but it's not anymore.
Yep. My number 10 is the GameCube. That cube was very memorable for a lot of reasons, and its launch was pretty memorable with Luigi's Mansion. So that's my number 10. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Kinect. Kinect.
The dots. Wow.
Kinect. It had what? Kinect Joyride is its first game. Not a really good start out for Kinect, but Kinect rose.
Oh, Sports was the first though.
Was it? I thought Kinect Joyride was.
They had quite a few.
Yeah, they had quite a few. It's like.
My number 9 is 9999 Dreamcast. So some older gamers might remember that 9999, the Dreamcast, and Sega's last gasp of a console before they death spiraled down.
What's number 8? Spiraling. Number 8, I put PSVR. And it had a couple memorable games, but VR, that's really memorable for consoles, not just PC, and you don't have to go buy, what, $1,000 computer to
Yeah.
$300 PS.
And that's like a $600 VR thing versus their $400. My number 8 is the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, PS1. They actually had Sony had been working with Nintendo to do an add-on to the Super NES, the CD drive, and fell apart. The deal fell apart with Nintendo, and Sony decided, well, we're just going to release this CD-based system ourselves, and they rocked it. They did awesome with it. So.
And now they're in the console world. Nintendo's not.
Well, sort of.
Well, Switch might.
Yeah, number 7.
My number 7 is No Man's Sky. Who here?
One Man's Lie?
Oh, yeah, close enough. Who here remembers No Man's Sky? We got it. Who here remembers it? What was it? The E3? Oh, the E3 Planet. Okay, remember that? Yeah. Oh, how about the not keeping your markers, the weekly resets, center of the universe resetting you? Yeah, it's been memorable. My number 7 is the PlayStation 4 VR. The launch has been very interesting. It's been very exciting, and if you've played it, you know how cool it looks. Especially if you're playing some of the other games, they're not in VR, but you just play them. It's like sitting in front of a huge giant screen TV. So that's my number 7. What's your number 6? My number 6 is the Wii. And it came with what the sports came that had
Wii
bowling,
Sports. Yep.
tennis. The first boxing game I had ever played.
Baseball.
Baseball. That's rare. And the Wii controllers, just that. And Wii was what the most successful console that generation.
Oh yeah, over 100 million sales for the Wii worldwide. So I think it might have even passed the PlayStation 2 in terms of sales.
And Just Dance is still putting things on it. So.
Yeah. My number 6 is the Sega Saturn. You might be like, Saturn? Wasn't that a horrible launch where they launched really early and made a bunch of developers angry because they launched it 4 months early? Yeah, but it was pretty memorable too. It really stuck out, as a launch of a system. It, one of Sega's flops, many flops that Sega's had over the years, and they're just doing worse lately, but that to me was memorable. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Sega Saturn, same as yours. I rated it a little higher because Wii.
Yeah. And that one was memorable. My number 5 was Sonic the Hedgehog. Retro gamers, old school gamers, grandpa gamers, whatever, older gamers will remember Sonic the Hedgehog was during the Mascot Wars where Sega was competing against Nintendo and Mario. And Sonic was in development for 2 years, and there was a lot of excitement about Sonic when he finally came out. There were multiple sequels because Sonic the Hedgehog did so well and was so well taken. And for the time, it was really innovative, so fast, that speed.
It was also super solid. You didn't have a transformation other than a power-up in Mario.
Yep. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is the NES.
The 8-bit?
Yeah, the 8-bit NES.
Nintendo Entertainment System.
That's basically what started other than Atari 2600, is what really started the home console.
They were the next step up after Atari 2600. My number 4 is the Xbox. A lot of people make jokes about the Xbox, but it had a pretty memorable launch. I mean, a lot of people, it was so huge, You know, people talk about the giant doorstop that would just hold the door open. But
No, we call that the 2DS. We call it 2DS. That thing looks like a doorstop.
yeah. So to me, I remember that one quite well. It really stuck out. What's your number 3?
Dragon Warrior. Japan, everyone who pretty much got it took the day off.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bit memorable when you think.
Now, which one? Any of them? All of them?
All of them. They all have that, so...
Yeah. My number 3 is the Wii. Like he talked about before, the Wii was very memorable. It gave us the motion controls, and that was all kinds of excitement. I actually waited in line for like 11 hours to get a Wii, so I will never do that again for any system. I don't care. I'll wait. I'll be patient. But that was really memorable at the time. Number 2?
Skylander, Spyro's Adventure. That brought back Spyro, sort of. I mean, I remember Spyro. You remember Spyro? It was fun.
It launched the Toy to Life.
Yeah, Toy to Life.
Toy to video game.
And what happened now? We had 3 different main types. One of them just died.
Well, now is the time to pick up Disney Infinity characters because they are like going on really low clearances.
Buy one, get 3 free.
Yeah. Toys R Us, we found the deal, buy one, get 3 free. That's like 4 for the price of 1. That's really good. My number 2 is the Atari 2600. And I know a lot of people talk about Odyssey being the first and everything and whatnot. But to me, the Atari 2600 really brought the cartridges, swappable cartridges into play. It was the most memorable system. I remember going to Sears with my parents and looking at games, and yeah, some of them stunk, but the Atari 2600 had a really good launch.
What was that boxing game?
Yeah, the overhead boxing. Yeah,
that was a monster.
What's your number 1?
My number 1 is the Odyssey. It was a stealth launch, but without it, there wouldn't be many more launches.
Yeah, that's true.
So anything else on your list may have not happened.
Well, my number 1 was around the same time, just after it, Pong.
The only arcade
Pong.
game on this list.
Well, Pong was arcade, and they had a home console. I remember playing Pong as a child. I was probably 6 or 7, and an uncle had bought this interesting little electronic device, kind of about the size of an Atari 2600, and all it did was it played Pong. That was it. And it had that one game, and I know Odyssey was first, but for me, Pong was my first system. I didn't even, interact with Odyssey until much, much later. So
the thing about Pong is credited with being the first game.
Yeah, even Odyssey was.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people knew about Pong and didn't know about Odyssey. Historians in the industry knew about Odyssey, but a lot of the common man, knew about Pong, and you ask him, what was it for? Oh, Pong. Because I think isn't Odyssey a form of Pong? Or Pong is a form of what, Odyssey?
Pong is a form of Odyssey. Odyssey was you put it in a game. It's basically Pong, except for you can move left and right.
And you can put like different stickers on your
TV. You put stickers on your TV, you're suddenly playing tennis.
Yeah. So that's our top 10 list for the top 10 launches of video games. Do you have any more thoughts?
No, I just want to thank everyone watching, so I hope you have a wonderful day.